Hello loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a pretty exciting video. I am going to be doing a 2020 books to movie adaptation. Books to movies adaptation. I will be talking about the book to movie adaptations I have either watched, been wanting to watch, or have been recommended to me. So I have not read all of these books. I'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about that, but let's get started. So of course, the first book to movie adaptation is one that we have been waiting for so long, or at least I have. It's going to be the To All the Boys sequel, which is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. You guys, I don't care how old I am or how old I get. I'm always going to love Jenny Han's stories, especially To All the Boys. So let's talk a little bit more about P.S. I Still Love You. So it is the second book to the To All the Boys sequel, and it is starring Lana Condor as Lara Jean, and then we have Noah Centineo as Peter. So super excited, but of course in this one we get to see one of Lara Jean's crushes come back, and that's going to be John Ambrose, and that is played by, oh my god, I didn't research his name. Something Fisher, right? Oh, Jordan Fisher. There you go. So it's actually played by Jordan Fisher, which I know that got a lot of like super controversy because we had, so in the ending of To All the Boys, we see a gentleman come to the door who's supposed to be John Ambrose, and he's obviously white, and he is a completely different character from Jordan Fisher, who ends up being John Ambrose in the second part. I hope his name is John Ambrose. I think that's his name. I loved him. I thought he was amazing. I really liked that whole like love triangle where he comes back and Lara Jean's like, what if? But at the end of the day, I'm Team Peter. I always have been. So I love the aesthetics of this movie. I love Jenny Han as an author, and I love Lana Condor. So this is such a good movie. If you guys have not watched it or have not read the Jenny Han books, get to it right now. You guys will not be disappointed. It's so cute. I love it. I loved it. I've actually have been waiting for this movie since I first heard about it, and that is going to be Emma by Jane Austen. Let's just start with the fact that Jane Austen is my favorite author of all time. Pride and Prejudice is everything, but Emma is one of my favorite stories, and it has had so many adaptations, you guys. I mean, Clueless being one of the most popular ones. If you guys did not know, that Clueless is actually a, I would say loosely version of Emma. It's super modern, 90s obviously, but it's similar to Emma's story. But oh my god, first of all, I love Anna Taylor-Joy. She's magic. Like, I think she does amazing in every single oh, I just realized that I do believe that newest show she came out with, the Gambit one, I do think that's a book. I didn't know that though, so I'm not gonna add it in here. But regardless, Anna Taylor-Joy is a dream, and I loved her as Emma. And then we have Johnny Flynn as Mr. Knightley. First off, this movie is everything. Great casting, great music, and then we have the designing of the houses, the gardens, the costumes, everything. I mean, to a T. I loved it. I know not everything, some people were complaining that not everything matches that era of the story, but regardless, I love the book. It's amazing. I loved it. I can't say anything bad about it. So if you guys don't know what the story Emma is about, it's basically about this young girl who literally lives a comfortable life, and she's very lovely, beautiful, literally nothing is missing from her life, but she loves matchmaking, which does end up getting her in some trouble, but we get to see that journey of hers. And I love her. I love Emma. I love the story. So you will not be disappointed. So this one, I don't think I'm gonna watch, and I didn't end up reading. I'm gonna add it in here because it has a lot of great reviews and a lot of people really like it. It is The Call of the Wild by Jack London, and it is starring Harrison Ford. I think that's why it has a lot of great reviews. Harrison Ford obviously is a really great known actor. And I'm not gonna watch it. because I do hear that this dog does go through some things, and I cannot watch anything with animals where they're struggling or it's sad overall. I don't even think I've ever finished watching Marley and Me, and I hate that part of Airbud when his past owner comes. I can't, you guys. But I've heard really great reviews about this book and this movie. It is about a dog. Actually, I don't know much about it. I do know it's about a dog named Buck, and that it's a little sad in certain parts, or it can get pretty sad. So with that being said, I will not watch it. But if you guys do enjoy those type of movies, then obviously that's a recommendation. Then we have another book to movie adaptation, which is The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells. And this is starring Elizabeth Moss from The Handmaid's Tale. And first of all, I love Elizabeth Moss. I love that show. But I was very intrigued with this movie in the beginning. It's basically about this girl who has an abusive husband, and she does believe he's hiding but stalking her or following her around. And in the beginning, I was pretty intrigued by it, and once I saw the trailer, I'm going to be completely honest, I was completely turned away from it. I read reviews about it, and it's split in the middle. A lot of people are saying it's a really great movie. Some people are saying that it's kind of weird to see Elizabeth Moss kind of interacting by herself when it's in these scenes where she thinks it's her, or she knows her ex-husband's there, or her husband, I don't know. I just, no. But I've heard mixed reviews about it. So if you're intrigued by that one, then give it a try and let us know what you guys think about it. But I myself will not be, I just decided to add it in here because it does get a lot of recommendations. So that would be up to you guys. Then we have The Woman in the Window by A.G. Finn, which is starring Amy Adams, which I love Amy Adams. And this gets you that Gone Girl vibes where it's kind of a mystery murder type of, I don't know if it's a murder, but it's a mysterious type of story. So Amy Adams plays Dr. Anna Fox, who witnesses something. While she's standing against her window, she witnesses something. And that's kind of basically what the story is about. This character sees something that's kind of life-changing and I guess life-threatening in some aspect. And I am kind of indecisive if I want to watch it or not. First of all, I love Amy Adams. I said that already. I've heard it's great acting. It has a lot of great people in there. I'm not someone that usually reads mystery or goes towards mystery, but hey, I might give it a try just because I don't think it's gonna hurt me. And I've heard amazing things about it. So I don't know, guys, let me know what you guys think about that, and if I should watch it. But yeah, I heard that's a really good one too. And another one, I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to watch this one because I kind of want to, but then I know that I'm going to regret it. Or I don't know if I don't know if that's the right term. I don't think I'm going to regret it. I just think that it's going to take me a while to get over it. It is The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate. And this is actually going to be done through Disney, or it's been done through Disney actually. Yeah. So I know it's starring Sam Rockwell as the gorilla and Angelina Jolie as the elephant. And I know it has something to do with animals being in captivity, and again, the animal aspects of the story. I hear it's amazing. I hear it's beautiful. That's why I'm recommending it. So if you guys are into that and those type of stories don't affect you, then that's something to look into. But me, myself, and anybody else that animal cruelty, anything like that, it affects me. So I can't watch that. But there you go, I recommend. Then we have a Stephen King novel, which is The Outsider. This one was actually released by HBO, and this story is actually really good. It's about a teacher who is accused of raping and murdering an 11-year-old boy, and that itself is pretty insane. So again, it's Stephen King. What do you guys expect? He does not disappoint. I do know that a couple people were complaining about one of his last stories. It was in this one. I don't know if it was Doctor Who, but regardless, I've actually heard a lot of really good reviews on this one, and I do think that I'm gonna watch it. But beware about the fact that it has obviously some topic of child abuse. So again, anybody being sensitive to those type of things, I do not recommend. I know that's very difficult to watch and get through, so that's just your guys' warning there. But if you guys are interested in those type of movies, then that's a really good recommendation. The next one that we are going to be talking about is High Fidelity. Now, I know High Fidelity has been done before. I believe the first one was with John Cusack, who I love. If you guys have not watched Say Anything, go do that. But this version is actually with Zoe Kravitz. She is going to be playing the main character, Rob, which is, you guys, I already watched this one. And first of all, I love Zoe Kravitz. I just love her. But she does an amazing job as Rob. And I know a lot of people were super upset about her character development through the story, because we do get to see her do some, I don't know to call it shady, but I would say selfish things. And it's kind of hard to watch. But I thought that this show itself had some amazing music, the soundtrack. So obviously we get to see Rob go through some heartbreaks, and she's trying to create her playlist with her music. And you guys, just go, if you guys don't watch the show, that's one thing, but if you like good music, go listen to the soundtrack for this show. They have Michael Jackson, Prince, they have everything. So go do yourself a favor and at least listen to that. But with that being said, this show is amazing. I loved it. Zoe Kravitz knocked it out of the park, and I'm really, really sad that it's not going to get renewed for a second season, because I really do think it deserves it. But Hulu, you might change your mind, because I know that I would love to see a second season. I was super excited for it until I found out they weren't going to make one. But again, I recommend that show. Won't be disappointed. Then we have another Hulu show that we are going to be talking about, and it is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. And everyone and their moms are waiting for the show. I mean, Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon. It doesn't get better than that, you guys. It is a great show. I can't even put into words the way that I felt when I was watching this show. It did not disappoint. First of all, I love Celeste Ng's work, but this show was great. And Kerry Washington, first of all, Reese Witherspoon was amazing. I loved her. She got under my skin as that mom that she portrayed. But Kerry Washington was amazing, which of course you wouldn't expect anything else from Kerry Washington. Again, loved it. Did not disappoint. And chef's kiss. Let's talk about Rebecca. Rebecca actually got released on Netflix, and it is starring Lily James and I forgot his name from Call Me By, you guys are gonna be so pissed at me. It's that guy from Call Me By Your Name, or Call Me By My Name. I don't know. But Lily James, love her. Did I love her as Rebecca? I don't know. There were certain things that Lily did as Rebecca that seemed odd to me. First of all, the way she walked, which I don't recall. It's been a long time since I read Rebecca, so I don't recall if that's like a characteristic from her or if Lily just thought it was necessary. But I don't know how I feel about her as Rebecca. I also thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, because again, it's been a long time since I've read Rebecca. I did think that Rebecca the book was a little bit more creepier, a little bit more dark than what they portrayed in the movie. I might be wrong, I don't know. But again, loved it. It wasn't my favorite, but I still thought that they did an amazing job. I love the beginning of the story. I love to see them kind of create their relationship. Don't really know how I feel about the ending yet. I'm still kind of debating. It's been, I don't know. I feel like I just need to reread the story so that I can kind of freshen up my memory of because I loved the book. I thought the book was amazing. So I think I just need to refresh myself a little bit. But regardless, I loved it. It was very intriguing. And yeah, I can't say anything else. I recommend it. Let's talk about another Hulu adaptation, and that's gonna be Normal People by Sally Rooney. I have not watched the show. One of my coworkers actually loved this show. Like when it came out, she was all the rave about it. Christine, you girl. But I have actually not read the book either. I've heard a lot of great things about the book and the movie. So, okay, this is my thing, or the show. Is it a movie or is it a show? I don't know, you guys. I'm sorry. But it is, I do know that it's about two characters who are kind of trying to find themselves in this relationship, and individually, there are a lot of things that they go through, and they just kind of have to figure out if the relationship that they're currently in or they're trying to create is worth it. I do know that it takes place in Ireland, I believe. And the show has a lot of mixed reviews. I heard a lot of people saying that it was really anything special, but the book has a lot of great reviews. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I just wanted to put it in here because I did have a couple people who recommended it to me. And if that's your thing, then there you go. Okay, let's talk about the last book to movie adaptation, and that is going to be Bridgerton, The Duke and I. This was released in Netflix just this month in December, a couple days ago actually. I'm not sure if it was Christmas Day. Let's talk about the fact that I love everything about this show. It is a mixture. I feel like it's somewhere between a Jane Austen novel and Gossip Girl. First of all, the Duke, God. I love the diversity in this cast. The Queen, the Duke. Oh my God, what is her name? The the Duke's mom's best friend. Oh, she's like a really important person. Lady Humbert. I don't know, but she's amazing. And the costumes, the designing, the aesthetics, the music. Thank you. Next. Yes, but loved it. I was super into I mean, I finished the show in one day, you guys. And then I made my mom watch it. Then I downloaded the soundtrack. I mean, I think if I'm one of those characters, I'm probably going to be like Penelope, Eloise, maybe, hopefully. I don't know, but I'm probably Anthony or something, you know? Regardless, love the show. It is a story. Actually, I do know that there's a little bit, I do know that there are more books to it. So I don't know, because I haven't read these. I don't know if each book concentrates on a different character, but this first story is about Daphne, or actually it's about a lot of characters, but it's mainly about Daphne, who kind of has to find her way in society, has to find a husband, and her and the Duke kind of do this like fake relationship where they're pretending to date each other. And of course, what happens when you pretend? You fall in love for real. But it is not an easygoing relationship. There are a lot of things that they struggle with, and that's kind of what we get to see in this show. Watch it. You will not be disappointed. There are a couple of controversies when it comes to the show, especially this part where the Duke and Daphne, I don't know. You guys gotta watch. I'm really excited to see book to movie adaptations. You know, when we read books, we get to see this whole imaginary world that we uncover through these words and sentences and chapters, and it's only amazing to see it come to life. So I'm really excited for 2021. I'm gonna have to do some research and see what books to movies adaptations we have in 2021, and I'll do a video on it. So other than that, you guys, stick around for my next video. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but we'll see. And if you have any recommendations, then comment them down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for everything, and have a great new year. Happy holidays.